All right, today's video lesson is chapter 5, lesson 5. We're going to do multi-step equations. So we have a couple of new steps or a couple of steps that we have to do before we sing the song. Remember we were doing multi-step equations that look like this, where we had to move the letters over to the left. So I would subtract 10x and move him over to the left. And we had to move the numbers to the right. Give me just a second, I gotta write this down. Okay, move the numbers to the right. And so now I want to subtract 2 to move all my numbers. And then I get down to this multiply or divide. Usually it's a divide step. So the 10, all the letters went to that side and the numbers went to that side. But we're going to add some steps that you would do before you start singing those songs. So if you have any distributive properties, you're going to do distributive properties first. So you get a car, you get a car. If you see any of those, do those as your very first step. And then look and see if you have any combining like terms. Chicken legs, green beans. Look and see if you need to combine any like terms. But do the distributive property first. Number 1, combine like terms would be second. And finally, singing the songs, this stuff would be third. So let's look at this example. 3 times y minus 5 plus a 25 is equal to 6y minus 2. So let's look. My yellow step said that I should do the distributive property. So I'm going to do that first. And I'm going to get 3y minus 15. I always do my rewrite step, rewrite everybody else. My blue step said to combine like terms. So these two are both like terms and they're on the same side. So it's called combining like terms. It's not singing a song, because singing a song is when you're doing it to both sides. Combining like terms, I'm just doing it to one side. So a negative 15 and a positive 25 gives me a positive 10. Rewrite everybody else. 3y plus 10 is equal to 6y minus 2. Now I'm ready to do my songs. I'd like to move my letters to the left, move my numbers to the right, and usually end up multiplying or dividing in the end. So I'm going to do minus 6y and get negative 3y. Rewrite. Negative 3y plus 10 is equal to negative 2. Sing the song again. Move the numbers to the right. I end up with negative 12. Rewrite again. Divide by negative 3. And final answer is positive 4. So let's look. Those were all of our steps. So we did the distributive property. We did combining like terms. We minus 6y to move all the y's to the left. We subtracted 10 to move all the numbers to the right. And then finally divide. All right, when we do all that, there's going to be a couple of special situations, special cases, where we're going to get down to the very end and it's going to be weird. And we're going to say, wow, I don't know what to do. What does this mean? So let's look at special case number 1. All right, so do I have any distributive property? I'm going to do that first. Yes, I do. Distribute, and I get 2y plus 4. Rewrite everyone else. Combine like terms. These guys are like terms. These guys over here actually are like terms. I could do them at the same time. It's still not a song. I'm combining them on the same side. A positive 4 to negative 8 makes a negative 4. 1y and another y makes 2y. Okay, now I'm going to get rid of my 2y on the left. Cross out, what's my answer? Well, so here's where it's special. Because look what I got. 2y's minus 2y's. I don't have any y's over here either. All I've got left is a negative 4 on the left side and a positive 20 on the right side. And they're not the same number. These are different numbers. So doesn't this look weird? This looks very weird. This means that there is no answer. There is no number that y can be. Math people will also call that no solution. Math people will call it null set, empty set, or they will draw a 0 with a line through it. So if you get to doing your homework and you come up with a number equals a different number, even if they were both positive or both negative, that doesn't matter. But if this number is not the same as this number, then we're going to say no answer, no solution, null set, empty set, a 0 with a line through it. Any of these are great answers, and that's what you write on your paper. All right, here is special case number 2. Doesn't look special yet. I'm going to distribute my 6, so I end up with 6y minus 30 plus 4 equals 6x minus 26. Combine like terms on one side. I get 6x. Negative 30 plus 4 is a negative 26 equals 6x minus 26. Oh, hey, what have I got going on here? I've got exactly the same thing on both sides. I don't really have to go any further. I could subtract 6x, and I would get the numbers equaling each other. Or I could add 26, making the numbers go away, and I would have 6x equals 6x. I don't have to do any of those really. You could just stop at this point. You could say, hey, the left side matches the right side. So in this case, x is all numbers. Every number you can think of in the world will fit it. All solutions. Another word is identity. So you can write any of these for your answer when you notice the left side equals the right side, but it has to match exactly. Like if this 6x is positive, then this guy's got to be positive. If this 26 is negative, this 26 has got to be negative. If they match on each side, then either you write x equals all numbers, x equals all solutions, or you write the word identity. Here are your Google Classroom questions. Number 1, tell me what the 2 steps are that come before we start singing the songs. Before we do minus 4x, or plus 2, what are the 2 things you have to do first? If you have them, if they're there. And number 2, what does it mean when you get identity? Like, why would you write the word identity as an answer? What does identity mean? And what does empty set mean? What does it mean when you get an empty set? If you were going to write empty set for your answer, what does that mean? Good luck.